Hello everybody, and as the Vulpinian trainer in this video, I'll be teaching you how to PvP on Stoneworks. This video will be partitioned into 4 parts, which you can see on screen right now, so let's get into it. So, sprint resetting. If you didn't know, while sprinting, the first hit you get will deal more knockback than the ones after that in the same sprint. So let's measure this, exactly how much knockback it does. So as you can see, we are using a zombie to measure it. The white one is the first hit and the yellow is the second hit. As you can see, the first hit deals 3 times as much knockback. You can use this mechanic to your advantage by, after every hit, lifting your hand up W and then sprinting again, and then each of your hits will deal 3 blocks of knockback. And if you're very good at it and you have mastered it, you might be able to do something a bit similar to this. Yeah, well, that will take a bit of practice, although with some time, maybe even you will be able to do something similar. And another important thing is that this lifting your hand up W should be a built-in reflex. So for me, it was legitimately hard to make these clips where I measure a sprint once I've already hit, because it's such a reflex for me to lift my finger up W after every hit. When you're W tapping, you will eventually combo your opponents, which is very good. Let's say you can get in multiple hits and deal enormous amounts of damage. And this is crucial in especially Stoneworks PvP, because over there are no critical hits, so it is not worth jumping and dealing more damage. You need to get your opponent into a combo. Another question which you might have is that, how do I practice? Not me, but of course you. How can you practice W tapping in the future? Well, you go onto the server pvplegacy, and you the IP will be in the description, and you create a kit. You create the kit which is on screen right now, and then you just practice. You do custom duels, just a lot. Hopefully, get some some good opponents, and then you write. You can type in, "Please do not crit my friend," and then hopefully they will be understanding, and then you can practice this, or you can attend military trainings. And we have arrived at our next topic, ass tapping. Ass tapping is when you don't just lift your finger up W, but you even press S in the process. And essentially what this does is that it doesn't only give a bigger knockback, it also makes it so that you quickly get into your opponent's reach, and you can hit them. But by the time their hit registers, you are already out of reach, and you will not get hit. Meaning, you can, if you are good at this and do it well, then you can combo them much easier. This is a very overpowered strategy, and it is another basic of not only Stoneworks PvP but all of Minecraft's PvP. And this brings us into our next topic, incorporating the things you have learned into shield PvP when you have a shield. Well, I have got 3 main tips for you in shield PvP. The first one is to always let go of W and press it again, and you will always deal more knockback. and that you should. The second is that you should always like be unpredictable. So you shouldn't just have a stalemate like you would in. You shouldn't just stand in one place. You should always encircle your opponent. If he's overly relying on the shield, you should attack from behind, left, right, front. This is especially very useful and doable if you have got speed applied. And then the third thing is to bind your axe. So put it to a special place always, and your sword too, in your hotbar, and bind it. So let's say my sword is if I tap caps lock, it will swap to my sword. But if I press Q, then it swaps to my axe. If I have an axe, and like this I can quickly press Q, press left click, so disable their shield, and then press caps lock. Yeah, and with this technique I can block all of their hits, although they will definitely be panicking and they will not be able to block my hits for 5 seconds, and you can get in a lot of hits, especially if you have got strength to apply. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and don't be very worried if you didn't understand the things that much. There will be Vulpinian military trainings. There will be we will teach you these. The training team will be looking at various ways to teach you these techniques, so you will not miss out just because you didn't understand this video. Don't forget to practice if you have the chance, and see you in the next video.